But JJ McCarthy announced today on January 14th that he's headed to the NFL. 27-1 as a starter at Michigan. And Garrett, obviously, we got to keep this short here, but how do you feel about McCarthy going to the NFL? Is he ready? And should he be expected to flourish at the next level?
I think McCarthy going to the NFL makes sense, but I also think it's simultaneously kind of a mistake. I think it would always make sense to go out on a championship, right? Every time you've reached the top, you want to go out a winner. You want to be able to walk off with the confetti, throw the hand up in the air, and feel like a champion. And I'm not saying that they can't do it next year, but when you look around what their conference is doing with, Oregon coming in and, with everything that's going on at Ohio State right now, Michigan's going to be losing some pieces, and, the chances to repeat, I think, are going to be a little bit harder than it was to win it this year. And so it makes sense for him to go out as a champ and cement his legacy as the quarterback at Michigan who brought them back to the top. But I still don't think he's quite ready for the NFL. I don't think he quite has the arm talent yet. I think he's got just about everything but that special arm. He's extremely athletic. He's smart. He knows what to do with the football. But I don't think that he's at that level yet where he can be a starting quarterback for an NFL franchise that can really make a difference. Kind of reminds me of maybe a less talented with his arm Baker Mayfield type of quarterback, where it's there's some athleticism there. He's going to make some good throws, but he's not necessarily like special in any one regard. Baker, I think, is a better passer than McCarthy, but I do think I there's some comparisons to be made there. But no, I think that for him, he's going to need to develop. He would be, I think, in a good position if he gets to sit behind somebody for a couple of years and just kind of learn and grow in an NFL system. I'd like to maybe see him go somewhere where, the quarterback's aging, but not quite done. Maybe like an LA Rams situation where he can go and sit behind Stafford for another couple of years, let him finish his career out, finish his contract, and then you can kind of be the next guy in a good, talented team. So, I'm sure we'll do a lot more breakdown of this when we hit their draft coverage, but I think it's cool for him that he gets to do this. I think it makes sense on the timing, but I'm a little curious about him, maybe making that next step heading to the NFL.
I think I agree for everything that you just said. I don't know that he's special enough to go into the NFL and immediately thrive. But listen, Jalen Hurts, we were all kind of clowning the Eagles when they took Hurts in the second round. He wasn't going to be the starter. We didn't feel like he had that special it factor. And then sure enough, he develops into a leader of a Super Bowl run last year for the Eagles.
And Mitch, the one thing about it is the dude wins, and there's something to that. If you win football games, there's something about that you want on your rod. There's a reason that people are willing to take a chance on guys who, maybe they're not as talented, but they got that winning DNA in them. I think there's something to that. So I'm curious to see what happens. I'm excited for the kid, and I think that he gets to, and he'll never buy a beer in Ann Arbor ever again. So that's good for him.
Very, very, very true.
Gracious, how about